NYPD officers will now have to stop referring to dangerously unhinged people as EDPS, which is short for emotionally disturbed persons. And this is all part of NYC Mayor Bill de Blasio's new $37 million program to deal with serious mental health emergencies. One America's Caitlin Sinclair has more.
Thanks to officers like yourself and the NYPD, our city has become the safest, largest city. But then again, officers are the ones that are now being victims and targeted. What's your reaction?
You know, we're at a very delicate time for the city. Yes, we've brought crime down in record numbers, and we were the safest big city in America. But we're at that point where it's going to take a turn. You see the homelessness on the street, the mental illness issue. You see crime creeping up. At one time, headquarters and City Hall would say crime is down in all categories. Now notice the change of their terminology. Overall crime is down, but violent crime, murder, rapes, sexual assaults, shootings, they're on the rise. The signals are there to say we're on the top of the slope, we're going to begin to slide, and we've seen those slides so far. We have to stop it now. The problem is our elected officials are changing the laws and the policies that we used effectively to keep this city manageable. So unless our elected officials wake up, I'm afraid to say that our neighborhoods are going to get more and more violent.
So before we do start to slide down or slide down further, what in your expertise has to happen immediately?
First off, our elected officials have to support New York City police officers. The second part, they have to pay New York City police officers so we can hire and retain the most qualified police officers we possibly can. The city council and the mayor's office have to stop listening to the criminal element and their advocates and start listening to those of us on the street. Not only police officers, but the public are saying things are changing. So stop looking at New York City police officers as if we're the enemy, because quite frankly, we're part of the solution.
So you believe that we're kind of heading in a more negative direction, or is there, in your belief, a positive direction?
If you look at the elected officials, what they say, how they act, how they deal with problems, at the end of it, their solution, which is a wrong solution, is to say it's the police officers' fault, let's discipline them. Rather than saying, where is the crux of the problem? We have a mental health crisis in the city of New York.
Huge.
And the resolve from City Hall is to throw money into an open hole in the ground and then say, we know what the problem is. It's the acronym we use when we describe a run, EDP, emotionally disturbed person. That solves nothing. It's not the acronym we use, it's how we're resolving this problem. If we treat and spend the money properly on the emotional mental crisis that's in this city, then you'll solve a couple of problems. You'll partially solve homelessness, you'll partially solve suicides. Look, these folks, they're sick and they need proper respect and treatment. Quite frankly, the only people that do it for them is New York City police officers, because their elected officials are too worried looking at semantics, acronyms, and not trying to solve the problem. They deserve to be respected, they deserve to be treated, they deserve to live in dignity. That's the city's job. Unfortunately, when other agencies don't do their job, New York City police officers have to.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.